Hi everyone! This is a little tutorial on getting the most out of Realm, the Upper Room Fellowship's online network. Let me start by saying the church is not a place or a meeting. That's good news, especially in this time during the coronavirus outbreak when no one has been at the building and we haven't been able to meet, even in small groups. We've been able to stay in touch via online connections. That has been super helpful in these circumstances no one saw coming. But the church is also not an online network. Meetings, buildings, online networks, all these things are tools to help the church, which is people who have been amazingly redeemed by an incredible Savior. These tools help us do what we're on earth to do, namely, know God, share life, and serve others, all with the same awesome love that we've been loved with. Having said that, anyone will tell you having the right tool will make a job not only a lot easier, but also give you a better product in the end. As one of our tools, the Upper Room Fellowship has our own private online community. This gives us the ability to easily stay connected and be individually informed of things that pertain directly to each one. Our online community operates via system called Realm. One might ask, to which I'd reply, are you? If you are, it's definitely not. If you aren't, it should do just fine. So, if you wanted to tell 12 people the same thing, how would you contact them? In the old days, you'd send a formal letter or an invitation in the mail. It's still the classiest way to do it. Depending on your generation, you might text, email, or perhaps you'd personally call everyone on the phone. What if the need to contact the same people occurred on a regular basis? Or if you had multiple groups to contact? Or say you wanted to host a dinner? You're fine with providing the main dish, but you'd like the other guests to bring a salad, side dishes, drinks, and dessert. How would you arrange it? All this is easily handled by Realm, even with 250 people to contact or more. But by nature, the system doesn't work all by itself. What really makes this system accomplish what it's designed to do is, you guessed it, you. Trust me, the more you plug in and use this network, the happier and easier life will be for those who volunteer and oversee you and your groups. And also, the more connected and stronger we'll all be. You don't need to have a Realm login to enjoy a number of its benefits. Chances are you've benefited already. You'll still get news from most of the groups you're involved in via email, provided, of course, we have your email address on file. However, logging in will increase your access and the number of benefits you'll get from Realm. If you are now a regular attender of the Upper Room and would like to log into Realm and get more connected, go to urfellowship.com and click on the Realm tab. Follow the instructions to apply for login access. For the purposes of this video, we'll be accessing the information through the Realm website on realm.org. There is also an app available for mobile phones for both iPhone and Android called Realm Connect. It's mostly similar to what you'll find on the website. In my opinion, you can get to most things a bit quicker on the app, but the website does offer a few options you won't find on the app. I personally make use of both. There's a link for the app on the Realm page of urfellowship.com. So let's log in here to the fictitious account of Russell Frank. We'll go to onrealm.org and log in. It opens up on your news feed, which we'll talk about more in the second part of this training. Over here are tabs that give you access to various areas. And up here under your name is access to personal info. If you were on a tablet or a mobile phone, it would look more like this. Notice the tabs are gone, and the personal info is not visible, it's under this menu icon. Click that, the three bars, and then here's the tabs, and down here on the opposite corner is your personal info. Note this question mark. That is a help icon, and if you click it, it's going to give you information about the page you're on. It's going to open up a new tab, and here we are on the news feed, so it's going to tell you about the news feed, how you can post things. Here are related concepts. You can click on these links. You can also find more information on these on the sidebar here. You can also search for specific topics. Say you wanted to change your password, you can find that by searching for it. So we're going to close out that tab and go back to our original page here. Up here is a search bar, which you can search for individuals or groups. So let's start with a group. If you click a group you're a part of, it's going to give you the news feed for that page. It will show you participants, who else is in that group with you. It'll show you the resources that have been made available to the group, and then also the info page where it tells the details about the meeting time and who leads it and the active participants and where it's located. So searching again for a group. If you click on a group you're not a part of, you don't get access to that personal group information. You just get the general information about where it meets and who's leading it and what it's about. But you do have an opportunity to join, so you can click that and send a request to join that group. So if you were searching for an individual, let's see, there was some guy named Greg, I think. Let's click on him. So here he is, Greg Aker. Here's his contact info. Notice his birthday, even though his birth year is in the system, it doesn't display here. And then here's the groups he leads and groups he's a member of. And there's also an opportunity here to chat with Greg, which we'll talk more about in the second part of this tutorial. And you can also find family members by clicking on the family over there. You can search using any part of a name. Let's try a last name here. Incidentally, these groups are led by the people up here. On your left is at the bottom is the directory. The directory includes everyone with a login as well as those who've given their permission to be included. This is great for sending notes of encouragement or for using as a prayer list. The information shown depends on how people have their privacy settings set up. Many have asked me, how can I find someone's address so I can send them a card? Well, let me show you how to set yourself up to receive a blessing. Click your name and then manage privacy. We recommend the setting anyone in the church. This means only people in the upper room with a login could access your contact info. This is not an open network. Members must apply for an invitation to join. It's intentional exclusivity for extra privacy. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can choose any of these other settings. Like people in my groups could only see your info, or leaders of your groups, or at the very minimum, church staff only. You can also do a custom privacy where, say, you have different phone numbers and you don't want people calling you on your work phone, so you could set that up for only staff. You want most people to call on your cell phone, and you can do the same with your emails. And make sure you save your changes. Otherwise, if you leave the page without clicking save, it won't stick. Let's look at my profile. And we'll go to Edit Profile. This tab contains your contact information. Russell has lived in heaven for over 20 years, so he doesn't have an earthly address. I put my phone numbers in here, but you can choose which phone number you want as your primary phone. Notice over here, it shows how your privacy settings are set up and who can see your information. You can also change your email if you don't want to use the one that you log in with, but you'd rather have people contact you at a different email address. You can enter that there. And then make sure you hit save, or if you want to click the other tab for personal information, you can keep that updated as well. We'll enter an anniversary and save. You have the option to add family. This is for family who lives with you or is in your care. Think of it as a database versus a Facebook style profile. Adding your grown kids that live in Timbuktu will muddy the waters, especially when your 30-year-old gets listed as a child or they start receiving emails they have no clue about. So grown children should have their own profile, but only if they are a regular part of the upper room. Make sure you include a full birth date, especially for children. There's extra safety features that kick in for people under 18. Here's where you can add a picture. So we'll search for a picture on our computer. Let's go with this one. And you can resize the picture, or you can move it around a little bit to get the best angle. We're going to go with that. It's great to see your face, so let's get those pictures in there. It's also a great way to put a face with a name when viewing the directory. Let's look at another item, Manage Account. Here you can change the email that you log in with. You can also update your password. You can also go to the Payments tab, and if you do online giving, you can manage your payment methods, change expiration dates, add cards, and such. Only you can access this. There's no administrative privilege that permits anyone else in the church to see that info. And then finally, let's look at the email settings. If you have Realm Connect, the mobile app, make sure you have its notifications turned on in your phone settings. If you're getting notifications there, you really don't need to get email notifications. This tab is for newsfeed notifications. The default is new content only. That means you'd have to go to the website or the app to see any comments. If you don't have a login, you only have access to the original post and not the replies. You can still respond via email, but you won't see other comments. So if your comment is a question, you won't see the reply. The remedy? Log in and get more access. You can set this up however you like. If there's a group you want to make sure you get all the comments, click All Content and Replies. Or if you have the app and you're getting notifications, you really don't need these email notifications. There's also the option for the Daily Digest. The Daily Digest is going to give you one email a day at about 5 p.m. with highlights from across your groups. Let me show you what that's like. Normally, the email would look something like this, and the Daily Digest would give you just the headline, and you got to click it for more information. So normally there's just once a day, but sometimes it could be several depending on how many groups you're in. Like here, there were 3. Notice that in the email you don't get the picture that you would if you were connected to the app. And here's what the Daily Digest looks like. Here's the 3 entries, and you got to click on those for more information. Going back to Realm, there's one other setting here, inbox notifications. Every once in a while, the leader of your group, instead of posting on the newsfeed, will put a note in your Realm inbox. That's different than your email inbox. Your Realm inbox is right here. We'll talk about that in part 2. But you can get a notification that there is a note in this inbox if you have your settings turned on. So this happens so infrequently, I would encourage you just to leave it at least at new content only, so that you get some notification that you have something there. Thanks for watching this video on getting the most out of Realm. Be sure to join us for part 2, where we talk about some of the more fun stuff of seeing what's going on and interacting with others in your group.